she's going as well. So it's not just go through this and kick her out the door or anything like that. Okay. So anyhow, let's jump into this, because I know, we've got some, at the end of the day, I don't want to keep Jay up all night, because I don't know what the time is everywhere around Australia, but it's a decent hour. So it's always a good hour to release limiting belief, however. So, and this won't take too long either, by the way. So, okay. So we've got, you believe that the belief that you're wanting to release today would be, how would you phrase it, Jay? How would you phrase it?
The belief that I'm not good enough.
Okay. And so it would be just that, I'm not good enough. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to make sure I've got that down.
Yep.
Now, before we jump in here, I do want to know, first of all, what would be the empowering belief that you would like to have instead of I'm not good enough? What would, like, in your own words, in your phrasing, what would that be, do you believe?
I think it would be I've done the I am enough before, and that doesn't quite hit the mark.
Okay.
I think maybe I am totally capable, okay, and there's something there that needs to go with it, but I'm totally capable and enough.
There's no right or wrong here, and ultimately, feel free to take a moment if you just need to close your eyes and see if your unconscious mind presents anything else to you, because at the end of the day, it's sometimes too, like, you just need to work with, what's coming up in that moment and moving forward, because there can be some bigger beliefs to shift, and it can come down to, if need be, you can always, go through a process again in a way that's going to be, stacking it in that way that it needs to be, because it can be dependent on it, and that's okay. That's okay, right? So having said, we've got sort of, I'm totally capable and something along those lines. Is there anything else that you feel might fit with that, or because there's no right or wrong here?
I just did a quick check, and I am totally capable and efficient is what came to mind.
And does that sound like something that you're happy to take on board as an empowering belief?
Yes, very much so.
Awesome. Because know too that we're having an opportunity here to release this limiting belief, but we're also stacking another empowering belief. So regardless, we're creating another empowering belief, and the incredible thing is that when you create an empowering belief that maybe you haven't had before, you can stack so many positive things so quickly that you can actually, that empowering belief can lead you into places, like really positive places in your life that you may not have encountered before. So regardless, it's going to be incredible on the basis of that. All right. So what we're going to do, and Jay's been through this before, and for anyone who hasn't seen this, it's an awesome process. So, I'm going to say to begin with that as Jay's been through it before, there's a few different pieces of how we come to find that she can go through this process and navigate her timeline and everything like that. So we're not going to go through that component this evening, how she knows that she can do it, because she knows that she's done it before. So we're not going to spend that extra time on that. We're just going to jump straight into it. And so before I get started here, as I said, great to have everyone on here. And also, I'm just going to check that, Jay, are you all set with that as an empowering belief, and you're all good to go?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, good to go.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, you know the drill, Jay, but what I'm going to get for you to do now that we've got our limiting belief and our empowering belief is I just want you to close your eyes as soon as you're ready, okay? And so just first and foremost, Jay, I'd like to just let me ask your unconscious mind, is it all right for your unconscious mind for you to release this limiting decision today and for you to be aware of it consciously?
Yes.
Okay, great. And when did you decide that, Jay? If you were to know, was it before, during, or after your birth?
Before.
Before? Okay. And in the womb or before?
Before.
Okay. And was it in a past life or passed down to you genealogically?
Genealogically.
Okay, and how many generations ago?
3.
3? Okay. And you're sure that's the earliest it was? Is there anything earlier?
Yes.
Okay, when was it? When was it, Jay?
5 generations.
5 generations? Anything earlier than that? Or is that the earliest?
12 generations.
12 generations. Okay. Anything
Yep.
before that? Or is 12 generations the earliest it was?
No, that's the earliest.
Okay. Fantastic. All right, Jay. So 12 generations. Now I'd just like to ask your unconscious minds to float up in the air and above your timeline and into the past and down into the events, right into position number 4. And are you there? Just let me know when you're there. Or can you imagine what it could be?
Yeah.
You there? Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. And just notice what emotions are present, and also note if you're aware of the decision that was made there too. Have you got it now?
Yeah.
You got
the
it?
emotion is, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You don't have it out loud, but you've got it. You've noticed the emotions that are present and the limiting decision too. Okay. Good. All right. Now I just want you to.
Got the emotion.
What's that?
I don't got the emotion, but not the limiting decision.
Okay, that's okay. No worries. So just make sure, just check for me. Just notice what emotions are present. And I want you to also just note if you're aware of the decision that was made there too. Just drop down into it and just see that you are aware of the limiting decision that was made there too. Let me know when you've got it. You got it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want you to float back up above the timeline and go to position number 3. So you're well before the beginning of the events or any of the chain of events that led to that event. And I want you to turn and look towards now. And I want you to preserve the positive learnings. Now, Jay, tell me, what are the positive learnings? What are the positive learnings? What are the positive learnings that your unconscious needs for you to know to release this limiting decision today?
I am enough. I am wonderful.
Good.
I am capable.
Good.
I am efficient.
Good.
I'm lovable.
Good.
I'm strong.
Good. Good. That's it. Good.
I'm loved.
Good. Is there anything else? Any other positive learnings, or is that it? Anything else?
I am brave.
Good. Good. Anything else, or is that it?
No, that's it.
Okay, good. Now I just want you to check, Jay, where are the emotions? Are they there or gone?
They're going. That's why I keep yawning. They're going.
Okay, so are they there or gone? Are they there at all?
They're gone.
You sure? Okay. And the decision, did it disappear?
Yep.
You sure?
Yeah, sorry. Yep.
Is
It's releasing. I can feel it.
She's yawning
Yeah.
Okay, great. Now I just want you to check now. We're going to have you float down inside the event to position number 4 and looking through your own eyes. And I want you to check on the emotions. Are they there or have they disappeared?
No, it's gone.
You're sure? Okay. And the decision, has it disappeared as well?
Yeah.
You're sure?
Yeah, it's gone.
You're totally sure?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. All right. And now, Jay, I just want you to come back to now, only as quickly as you allow all the events between then and now to reevaluate themselves in light of your new choices, and let go of all the negative emotions on those events and assume position number 3. And I want you to preserve the learnings of I'm enough, I'm wonderful, I'm capable, I'm efficient, I'm lovable, I'm strong, I'm loved, and I'm brave. And let go of all the emotions and allow each event to reevaluate itself all the way back to now. And as you come back to now, Jay, I'd like your unconscious mind to allow you to notice at least 3 or more events where you could have acted from that new decision of I'm totally capable and efficient, but because of the decision which we just deleted, you didn't notice the possibility, and now you can. So I want you to notice 3 events where you could have acted from that new decision and belief of I'm totally capable and efficient, but because of the decision which we just deleted, you didn't notice the possibility, but now you can. So just notice 3 events and let me know when you've got those 3 events. Let me know when you've got those 3 events.
Yep.
You got 3?
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. And before you come back into the room, I just want to make sure that, again, just go ahead and just ensure that you can locate those 3 events, and as you can, just let them reevaluate themselves all the way back to now and come back into the room as soon as you're ready.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You're not asleep? Okay. And I just want to...
Sorry.
That's okay. Was Easter, yeah, do you have like an Easter tradition that you like do every single year without fail that's like specific to your family, would you say?
At the moment we do Easter Bunny, but he's nearly on the way out, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. But there is a tradition there with that. There has been.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. All right, we're just going to do a test here, Jay. If you want to close your eyes, and we really, yeah, we're just going to do a test here. I really want you to test how you feel about that old decision and belief now. Is it gone, and what's different about it? Really want you to test. Really test.
It's really interesting because when I do search for it, there's like it's like when you look at a picture that's been on a wall for years and years and years, say in your mum and dad's house or something, and then you go there one day and it's gone. It's like you're looking at a blank wall of something that looks so familiar, but it's just not there. So that's what, when I'm looking for it, that's what it feels like. Like something that was so familiar, but it looks weird because it's not there. But yeah, if you know what I mean.
So do you think it's gone?
Yeah.
Not in the picture. Because, you know, the interesting thing is, you've said some interesting things in terms of this belief that's held a lot of power, but ultimately, whatever the case may be, there's definitely a massive loosened grip, and it's definitely foreign. I mean, it's left the picture frame, which is really positive, which means it's on its way out, and I believe it is gone. And we're going to do another test because, you know, in terms of the future. But if you just want to close your eyes to me, Jay, and I just want you now to go out into your future, and to an unspecified time in the future that would be most appropriate for you. And just imagine a time when something like this could happen again. And how do you now respond that you've got your new belief? Your new belief of I'm totally capable and efficient. How do you now respond?
So rather than, I don't even know what I was going to say.
Okay.
So I would, well, I've got the tools I need. I've got all the tools to achieve what I need to now.
Mm-hmm.
I've always had, but now I know how to use them. Awesome.
Okay, awesome. Fantastic. You can come back into the room. And something I wanted to say as well, and this goes for Jay as well, but ultimately this is so very important as well, is realizing that to create certainty in something, which is how beliefs are brought to be. Like beliefs are just basically notions and assumptions and thoughts that we've created certainty in, right? And so part of that also is part of creating something that's certain in our life is creating something that we're confident about and also taking action towards it. So there definitely is a component, as you can hear, with that future pacing, as it's called, of moving towards a desirable future where there is action, there is steps, there's choices that can be made as well. So, and I know, yeah, I know you understand this, Jay, because you've been living it, you've been experiencing it, and it is truly important. So, and this has been awesome. And one other thing that I wanted to, that I really wanted to move into as well, just quickly, if you're up for it, Jay, is I thought it would be really something for you to give yourself something that's actually in your future that you've put there in a kinesthetic way, so that it's actually become even more real for you. Because, you know, it's one thing to release something, but then it's another thing to set your trajectory and to have direction moving towards what you do desire, right? It's not just about releasing something you don't want. It's actually about moving towards something you do want. And so we've now created a new empowering belief that is the belief of I'm totally capable and efficient, which is awesome. And so it's, you know, I'm putting you a bit on the spot here, Jay, but I'm curious because we've been through the goal setting process before, but like in terms of validating that I'm totally capable and efficient, like in terms of a goal that could validate that, I know it's sort of spur of the moment here, but is there something that comes to mind that, like, if that goal was achieved or that goal happened, or if even a portion of that goal happened, then you would have the evidence to support the fact that absolutely I am totally capable and efficient? Would there be something that sort of comes to mind? If there isn't, it's okay, but I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. There's a few things actually, but primarily it would be that I've started my business, but I'm running a successful business, and that's my full-time business rather than just being kind of a side hustle at the moment.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, that's what it would be. And so I would be a fully qualified life coach and nutritionist, because I'm studying that as well, which is a long slog, but yeah, achieving that is the ultimate goal.
Fantastic. Yeah, good. And I know if it's okay for me to share, Jay, about your last goal that we set, is that okay? So
yeah.
So for Jay, it was about a month and a half, 2 months ago, I think, about 2 or maybe a bit more than that, 3 months ago, maybe 3 months.
Yeah.
So basically we set a goal that by the end of 2020 she would produce 50K with her coaching alone. That was right, wasn't it? With coaching alone. That's correct.
The end of 2021.
That's right. End of 2021. And so what I feel would actually be really empowering for you, Jay, is that I think having something sort of in between that as another point moving into the end of 2021 could actually be very, very useful for you, because the truth of the matter is sometimes we have these goals that are like 12 months away, and we're chipping away at them, and it seems like they're so far away from us. And then we have a few days that are just like very productive, that can produce a lot, and then a week that may not, and then a week that does. And I can tell you true and true. I know the feeling of this as well, where you feel like you're chipping away at something forever, and you're like, am I ever going to get there? And then you're like, wow, okay, so this was just incredible how this just all came to fruition. So I think what would actually serve you, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think having something for either the 3 or 6 month mark could be quite good, if that's something that you're aligned with.
Yeah, definitely. Yep, for sure.
So for you, what would be sort of a time frame you'd like to look at, first of all, and second of all, what would be like, because we want to get as specific as we can with this, because that's going to truly serve you. That what would be both sort of like a figure or like a time frame that you'd be looking at for you, whatever feels right for you.
So the time frame would be August keeps popping up. So that's what.
Okay. August, yeah. So would that be the beginning of August, the middle of August, the end of August? Because we've got
the end of August.
End of August. Okay. Fantastic. And what do you feel, because at the end of the day, you've shared that you'd like to go like full time with what you're doing between nutrition, NLP, timeline therapy and everything. So what would it be for you? Like, would it be by August? Would it be, you tell me.
So by August, it'll be, timeline therapy, which I've already got, Hypno Master.
Yeah.
And
right.
I'm also doing a soul healing course. So I don't know what the actual qualification is at the end of that. An energy healer as well. And nutrition is a kind of 5-year plan. So it's a long way away yet.
Perfect. So you're going to have, like 4 or 5 modalities that you can sort of coincide and create massive transformations, and ultimately charge a good amount for as well, because you'll be solving some pretty big problems for people, right? So having said that, because August gets us, that's past the 6 month mark, isn't it? So that's from August to the end of the year is another 6 months, is it? Top of my head?
No, 4.
Oh, is it
hang on, August, November. Yeah, 4 months.
4 months. So okay, great. So by August, is there an amount, like either an amount by then or an amount that you tell me what sounds best for you? Because I think this is really, and for anyone who's watching, this is awesome stuff, because this right here, just so everyone's aware, this is why so many goals do not happen, because we don't go through a process like this where we get specific, and you'll see how the rest of this works, and I'll share with you why it works so well, but I'll go back to what you're saying, Jay. I think this is really important to realize why a lot of goals don't actually happen versus do. Absolutely. So what feels right to you? Like, what, as a, for a full-time, looking at full-time and
where by then, by then it would be nice to have, let's be 20, I'm trying to be realistic as well, because I realize August is only 4 months away.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, so say 20,000 by August.
Okay. Yeah. 20,000 by August. How does that feel?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a bit unrealistic.
Well, let's put it this way, Jay. If you accomplish 20,000 by August, would that validate in any way, shape, or form the belief, the empowering belief of I'm totally capable and efficient? Do you believe?
Yes.
It would.
Well, yes.
Believe so?
Money's not the whole. Yeah, it would. Money's not the whole thing. It's more the ability that I have that gives people faith in me, that they're willing to pay whatever the amount of money is, and that I do actually help them and they get success out of it. That's kind of the ultimate goal.
Absolutely.
That I building a good client base, that I can achieve that goal at the end.
Definitely. So $20,000 and $20,000. Yeah, absolutely. So, because what I'm looking at here too, Jay, is that obviously you said it's not just the finances, but the amount of impact that you will create with that as well. And not just that, but the amount of people who you actually bring on through and work with. That in of itself would have a bit of a difference on that belief too, strengthening the empowering one. You believe?
Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah.
I feel, without sounding cliched or anything, I feel like that would be even just as much as the finance stuff, is being able to help people, because that's why we do what we do.
Absolutely.
Well, that's why I chose to do, because of the difference it makes in people's lives.
Definitely.
And the lasting make. So
absolutely.
If the other modalities, that's kind of the ultimate goal, is if I can be that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that would concrete that whole belief in my mind, more so than the financial side of it.
Yeah.
Just having, I guess, the that's what I'm looking for, having that ability to help people in the way that they need. That would be
awesome.
The awareness that I've achieved.
Awesome. That's great. No, that's awesome to hear. Okay, that's great. All right, so let's just say, let's say by the end of August, 20,000, but let's just say alongside that, just the, that notion of contributing, really contributing, and really like having a huge shift on the lives of others. Because, at the end of the day, we do have to make a living. Everyone in this industry has to make a living, and we shift massive problems for people that it's you couldn't put a price on that. But regardless of that, alongside that comes a lot of lives that actually get shifted, and it's with that creates ultimately the ripple effect that means that when one person changes, like Jay, for instance, when you went through the training, you've had your changes, it can have the impact of changing your kids. It can have the impact of changing your family and changing everyone you meet, because you're just a different individual to what you were before, right? So, and that's what each person you work with as a client, that's what you're always knowing once you get to see that. It's really cool. You're just like, wow, each one of these people have the potential to just spread this throughout the whole world. So I think that's what's really going to carry you, Jay, knowing that you really are someone who's focused on contribution. So I think that's something just to keep in mind with this process as well. Obviously, we're focusing on the finances, but let's focus on the contribution as well. And does that feel aligned with you? Does that, as for the end of August, as something that is going to happen? Yeah? That's awesome. All right, well, we'll jump in here, because I don't want to keep anyone up too late, especially not you, Jay. We don't want to put you to sleep. Now, with this process, just so we're all aware, what we're doing is we're just getting really specific on goal setting, and what we're going to do now is we're going to do a process that's actually going to put this goal in Jay's future, and it's going to make it so compelling that this is ultimately the reason why so many people, as I said before, they're not able to accomplish their goals, because it's just not compelling, and ultimately it's not aligned with their values, and they don't really have a feeling of it through their body, but also a picture of it in their mind, and it makes it difficult on the days when it gets challenging, right? Especially. So without further ado, we're going to jump into this, and so I just want to, before we jump, Jay, just to confirm with you, what would be the last thing that would have to happen for you to know that this goal happened, like it 100% was accomplished and it happened? What would be the last thing for you?
That I would quit my current job.
Yep.
my admin job that I'm doing now.
Yeah. So you believe that if you made 20,000 by the end of August and that was all like in your account, that would give you the inclination that you could quit your job, and in and of itself, that in and of itself would show you that this goal had been completed. Is that correct?
Yeah, providing that 20,000 was going to continue on a, you know, that would be the regular kind of.
Let's, for this, like for
going
today, I think first and foremost, because you've got the 20,000, let's just for this, like, would you say that accomplishing that goal would be as simple as it, like you seeing the money, that goal would be accomplished? It wouldn't, would it have to be that you're quitting a job, or would it, what do you think? Cheers, Karishma. Yeah. It's up to you.
Yeah, it would be, actually, yeah, seeing that money in my account would probably
Do you think
be
so?
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because ultimately,
yeah,
you know, there's strategy that comes into producing that kind of money consistently, which you'll be able to do, of course. But regardless of that, in terms of the 20,000, you know, that goal being confirmed achieved would be, as you said, it would be coming into your account, you believe, or?
Yes. Yeah, that would, me seeing that my bank balance has got that in there.
Definitely. Yep. Because from that point, obviously we can, you know, set more goals from that point of what it's going to look like after that. But I think, I think based on what you're saying, it would be a matter of, I think based on what you're saying, it'd be a matter of receiving that and seeing it and knowing it. Is that okay?
That's right.
And just knowing the impact and contribution separate from that, which is honestly probably going to be the rewarding part, because money's money. You can spend money easily, but you can't change, like you can't take back change that's occurred. Like, as in, when someone's changed, when they see the world differently, they see it differently. Like, you just can't unsee that. It's they see the world differently, right? So that's the really exciting.
Yeah.
So, okay, awesome. We've got that. And so I just want you to close your eyes for me just quickly here. And I just want you to make sure that you can close your eyes and you can get a sense of a picture when you see this goal being accomplished of $20,000 by the end of August, and all this contribution. Can you get a sense of it? Can you see a picture of this, Jay? Can you get a picture in your mind?
Yeah.
You can? Awesome. All right. So what I want for you to do, Jay, is I want you to pay attention to the picture and any sounds that come up as well, and any feelings that come up of when you achieve this goal. And that's $20,000 by the end of August. All right. And I really want you to, now that you got that picture, I want you to make the picture as real as it needs to be for you, so that you know that it's been achieved and it's happened. So whatever it means for you, Jay, for some people it means taking the brightness and turning it right up so it's super bright. Some people don't need it to be super bright. Some people need to, like, make the picture really big and really close to them. This is up to you to decide, but I want you to make that picture what it needs to be, whether it needs to be brighter, bigger, closer, to make it as real as it could possibly be from a visual standpoint. All right, just make it as real as it could possibly be for you from a visual standpoint. And let me know when you've got that. Let me know when it's as real as it could possibly be for you from a visual standpoint. Just let me know. You got it where it needs to be, or do you need to adjust anything more?
No, I've got it where it
needs
to be.
Okay. So now that you've got the picture where it needs to be, I want you to now pay attention to the sounds. And if there's any sounds there, if they need to get louder to make it realer for you that this has been achieved. Any sounds that need to get louder, any other sounds that need to come into this, just to make this as real as it possibly can be from an auditory standpoint. And let me know when you've got that as well.
Yeah.
You got it? Okay, fantastic. All right. And now I just want you to also make sure that you feel this goal being achieved in your body. I want you to make sure you've got a kinesthetic. This is really important. You've got a kinesthetic in your body of achieving this goal. So let me know that you've got that as well.
Yeah, I've got
Good,
that.
Good, fantastic. All right, good. And so now what I want you to do, now that you've got the picture, you've got the sounds, you've got the feeling, and it's all the realest it could possibly be for you now, is I want you to just step outside of that internal representation. So step right outside of the picture so that now you can see yourself in the picture. Let me know when you've got that.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. And now what I want you to do in the way that works for you, you're gonna take this internal representation, you're gonna take it with you, you're gonna float right above where you are right now in your timeline. You're gonna float right above where you are right now. And I want you to take that goal with you into the future in your timeline. So you're directly above where the goal is actually going to take place. So here you are, it's at the end of August 2021. On your timeline, you're exactly where the goal is going to take place. And just let me know when you get there.
Mm-hmm.
You there? Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what I want for you to do is I want for you to just take that level of certainty towards this goal, and I want you to feel it throughout your whole body as real as it can be at a level 7 out of 10 certain that it's been accomplished. You just feel the feeling of what a 7 out of 10 certainty is. And just let me know when you got a 7.
Yeah.
Yep, good. Now take that dial and I want you to turn it up to a level 8 for me. Turn it up to a level 8 out of 10. Let me know you got that.
Yep.
Good, good. Now we're going to go a step further. I want you to be at a level 9 out of 10, that this has been achieved. It's happened. This goal has happened. A level 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Good, good, fantastic. And finally, I want you to really feel and get a true sense of what a 10 out of 10 certainty is, all throughout your body, all throughout your mind, all throughout the picture that this goal has been accomplished, it's been achieved. A 10 out of 10 certainty. Let me know when you have that.
Yeah, I definitely have it.
Okay. So what I want for you to do is, I don't want you to drop it down into your timeline yet. I just want you to put it in front of you. So you got that internal representation. It's just out in front of you now. You can see it. It's above the point of where it's going to be accomplished. And I want you to just, with that level 10 out of 10 certainty, I want you to take 4 deep breaths in and out. And as you breathe out, I want you to breathe all of your energy, all of that 10 out of 10 certainty into that goal, into that internal representation. So just big breath in, big breath out, and blow it straight into that internal representation. So do 4 of those for me. This is what's called fire breaths, guys. So we're going to do 4 fire breaths in to that internal representation. All right. So do 4 and let me know when you got 4 of them. That's it. Bring all that certainty into there. Yeah, that's it. Fantastic. Yep. Let me know when you've got those 4.
Yeah.
Good.
That's done.
4. Fantastic. Now, what I want you to do now, you've got it just in front of you, and I want you now to just let that internal representation drop down so that it's right down in the timeline now, and it's actually happened there down beneath. All right? You got it there? You dropped it down?
Yeah.
Got it? Good. And you know that noise, Jay, a Tupperware container makes when it seals? I want you to lock it right in place there. That's been accomplished on this date. $20,000 by the end of August 2021. All the contribution, all of everything that comes along with that. I want you to lock it in there. Just lock it in there tight. Let me know you got that.
Yeah, that's locked in.
Good, good. Now I want you to just now go back on in your timeline. I want you to go all the way back to where we are now. But as you go back, I want you to notice all the decisions, all the thoughts, everything in your life just reevaluate itself in light of this new goal that's going to be achieved at the end of August. I just want you to just take the time you need to reevaluate and see everything reevaluate in light of this new goal that's been achieved. Just notice as you come back to now. And as soon as you've reevaluated everything back to now, you can float down into the room and you can just open your eyes back up and come back to us. Welcome back. How was that?
Thanks. That was really cool. Right at the end when you were saying imagine like the future, it was like I was looking through like a chasm, but as I was imagining it in the future, the chasm kind of opened right up, and it was, yeah, like a big oasis, green oasis. It was really cool.
That's incredible. That's incredible. And I want to check back in terms of like how you feel about this goal being achieved now as opposed to before the process. Like, do you feel like a lot more certainty towards this taking place than before the process?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Is there anything else that feels different about this goal?
Well, before, when I used to think about doing stuff, I would get this like I guess an anxiety just in my chest, and a fear, like that same old belief, you know, that would be there.
Yeah.
But now it's a different kind of feeling, like it's still daunting.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that because I'm doing the hypnotherapy and eventually the NLP master and all that.
Yeah.
So I'll have and I know that I've got people like yourself and Chelsea to help. And I know I have the skills, and it will keep growing to achieve it. So
awesome. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing. And just quickly before I let you go, Jay, I just wanted to share, and for you as well, but this right here is what makes a difference between a goal happening and not. Because the reality is that, you know, what this allows for us to do is this allows for us to create a kinesthetic throughout our whole body and a picture in our mind, and we actually see the goal being achieved, and we feel the goal being achieved, and we've already got an internal representation of this happening before it happens. And I don't know about anybody else, but I've never been through a goal setting process before this where you're actually able to go through as if it's happens. And so you can just imagine how going through that, having gone through that, having experienced that, the chances of you achieving this goal is considerably higher than if you didn't go through it, but also if you didn't have that internal representation. So this is why you can actually take a goal and put it in your future so that it actually happens. And obviously, the only other disclaimer here is that, yes, action taking is needed, of course. Jay, unfortunately, you can't sit down and just manifest this. If you can, let me know, because I'm going to have to switch some things up here. But at the end of the day, yes, you're going to have to take action. But this is well and truly going to align your action taking with your goal, especially when it's not just, you know, a superficial goal, when it's something as deep as being able to contribute and also give you the opportunity to leverage yourself out of a job, something like that as well. Because especially during these times, I was actually, just quickly, but I was speaking to my client earlier today. They do like trading online, and like they want to do like $10,000 a month in the next like coming month. So he's like, they're fired up about it. And I was just like there couldn't be a better time to, like, you know, give yourself something that you can have more control over in terms of finances, because, you know, the world is what it is right now, and just to have that control, but then to also control over contribution as well, I think is just the most incredible thing. Because that's the cool thing about it, Jay, is you'll be able to decide who comes through and how they come through and what impact you have. So that's just awesome. So having said that, it's been incredible to take you through this, Jay, and obviously I'm going to touch back in with you in the coming days, coming few days here, to make sure that you're going well, of course. And, you know, if anyone has any other questions about anything, feel free to put them on through. But Jay, just checking if you had any other questions yourself before you take off, because I'm happy to answer those as well.
No, I don't think so. It was all pretty clear. Thank you, and thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
For it. It was
welcome. No.
And I'll let you know how it goes after it kind of consolidates a bit in my mind.
Definitely. And as I said, I'll touch in with you in the coming days, or you'll touch in with me. I know you won't hold back. You let me know. But it's just going to be awesome. And at the end of the day, it's so cool how you can create an empowering belief, and also put things in the future. So I hope for anyone tuning in, this has been great too, because this is just breaking down more about timeline therapy. And I think, Jay will now agree with me that like, this is just something that everyone should learn. They should, and they should have this in schools. They should have this. It should just be accessible to everyone. And that's what we're aiming to do here. So, yeah, I hope this has been truly valuable to you all. And thank you once again, Jay. I won't hold you up any longer, but I wish you a great night.
Thank you.
Everyone else a great night, and I'll speak with you all soon.
Thanks, Micah.
Cheers.